Alright, time for my next game of this year's REV Worlds. Playing against Kayiu, and this is the losers bracket, so whoever loses this will be knocked out of the tournament. So I guess we're having the finals matchup early this year. And I mean, I guess I can keep this hand, but it's not that great. So Kayiu is on Esper control again, right? Or no, they're on blue-white control. Do I keep this hand? Because they don't have that many Archon targets, right? They have like 0 Archon targets, and they have counter spells, right? They only have a Far's Judgment. They have Refract and the Far's Judgment. Hmm. This hand might be too slow, but it might be too slow, but I guess I'll keep anyways. Do they have any ways to remove Sunsoaker? Uh, they have Gaunt Picking. I think I keep this and hope for good top decks. And I can pitch Archon probably to be developed. So it seems like opponents also thinking about whether to keep or not. I mean, yeah, it's not exactly an easy decision. I think my opponent's favored in this matchup because they have counter spells, and I don't. And also, my removal matches up, or their removal matches up better against my deck because again, Archon has no targets right now. Oh, they're going to Mulligan after deciding all that. Sure, keep 6. All right, so the game's on. Do I pitch Archon? Like, that's the big question here. Because, like, even though it's not good in this matchup, it at least is a creature. All my other cards don't start doing stuff until way later in the game. Like, I might want to pitch a Consonance, but actually, I guess having a body is it's better than stuff, maybe. No, I'm going to go with the philosophy that Archon's bad in this matchup and then just pitch Archon. Or I guess I need to reveal this, but does it really matter? Oh, well, that's another Consonance. Maybe I should have pitched Consonance. Well, it does. At least I get to untap with 4 mana next turn. If I can find any way to use it, that'd be good. If I can't, then that's kind of bad. Come on. Oh, well, that's really convenient. So I need to dodge the 1 of Refract, basically. No, they also have Omen of Deception. So yeah, they have a lot of counter spells, actually. I mean, I jam Scenario anyways because there's no point not jamming it, but I'm not happy about it. Like, this is going to get countered, but I have to do this anyways because because I need to be proactive here. Like, I can't exactly try to play around their counter spells with this hand because I have no other plays. I think, like, best case scenario, I keep drawing lands after turn, and then eventually I get to Skilta / Constance mana. Or I start drawing some 4 drops or 3 drops. Like 3 drop Ramparts would be good right now. Omen of Deception, yep. And then they probably have the Forest Judgment up, but I still need to keep jamming stuff into their counters because that's kind of what I need to be doing here, right? Yeah, if they have a Forest Judgment, then at least they use it before they get to draw a card off of it. It seems like it's another Omen of Deception. Okay, well, not having a land there is kind of bad for me. I'm going to swing anyways, even though it makes it vulnerable to seal away, because if they seal away, then at least they're tapping out. And yeah, they're getting really close to casting their big things. I mean, on the bright side, if they want to cast one of their big things, they at least have to tap out for it. I'm going to play Primal Fisher tapped, and I guess I just pass here, because I don't want to run into a seal away. Okay, they're going to Seafloor Treasures, look for stuff. Well, I'm hoping they slam a big thing and top deck a land next turn. They're going to pass, so yeah, they're not slamming their Planeswalker because they need to keep up counter spells. That's an Archon. That's not useful right now. I think I jam it anyways because I need to like play stuff. Yeah, and I'll get double. Do I need double white or do I? I need to work towards Constance mana. So yeah, does this get countered? They will counter it. Cool. They still can't get the free draw off of Far's Judgment at least. 4 mana. Benthalos? Oh. Yeah, that's bad. They even get a guy off of this. So in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have kept that hand, but I think it was a good enough hand where it was worth keeping. If I had another Archon instead of a second Grand Constance, instead of a third Grand Constance, this would have been pretty good. Or like, we're getting into a situation where I can just never resolve a spell again, because they definitely have a bunch of other stuff in hand. Okay, so I guess I have to wait a turn for Skulsa. I mean, on the bright side, at least Skilta gets around counter spells by being able to be recast. I need double white for. I need to fetch double white right now. I guess technically I don't need to because I don't have my one of Shenpai in hand right now. But yeah, not looking good for me. I do want to get double black right now because like I want to be able to get skill set out. Okay, that's Unflinching Titan. I think I play Unflinching Titan instead because that at least plays a. They might. I think they probably have a Far's Judgment now though, which is kind of bad. Do I? I can jam Consonance actually. Oh, I go skill set first. They counter it. Next turn I skill set Unflinching Titan, and then I try to jam Consonance after that. Is that the play? Yeah, and I guess I get back. I guess I get back Primal Fisher because I don't want to pitch my Constances yet. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The problem with Unflinching Titan is that I have no follow up even if it gets countered. I think I jam skill set because like it's the best into a possible counter spell. But then next turn I have skill set into Unflinching Titan, and that actually skill set gets back Unflinching Titan. That's quite good. Yeah, so like they can't counter the backside of skill set at least. I need Sunsoaker alive to make my play next turn, so I'll keep it back. And I do get to get 2 Unflinching Titans down. I don't think my opponent, my opponent has board wipes. So that also is something I need to worry about. My deck probably should be on more Skiltas, honestly. Like, Skilta is really good in this matchup, but I decided to board out all my Skiltas or I decided to cut Skiltas for Shemfaz for some reason. Nice at Lightning. That's useful. I mean, I guess I do it now. Let's see if they let this happen. They can't exactly stop this from happening, right? Okay, so Unflinching Titan's coming back. Yes, they're discarding. Yep. That was Skilta ordered again. It's like, okay, they're supposed to discard first, but technically they're supposed to discard first, so they don't know that I'm bringing back Unflinching Titan. But like, it's pretty obvious I'm bringing back Unflinching Titan here, so I don't think it matters too much. Pitch seal away. Interesting. All right. Do I care about drawing the forest? No, I think I want to bin the forest because I'm getting back. Or I want to bin the forest because then that gets back more stuff. Okay, so the question now is, do I want to play around a board wipe? Well, if they tap out for a board wipe, then I get the chance to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if they tap out for a board wipe, then next turn I get Constance through Omen of Deception, so that's good. So yeah, I should just do this. Let's see if they counter this. Planes. Yeah, they're going to counter this. Okay, that's actually fine. That gets another counter spell out of their hand. If it's a Far's Judgment though, then they draw another card, which is annoying. But yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm going up in mana right now. They can board wipe plus stuff like next turn, but I guess I'm just hoping to top deck lands at this point. Then, yeah, like maybe I should have gone back. No, Redevelop Cityscape would have been tapped, which means it would still take a turn for me to get to 9 mana for Constance with backup. I'm also still like waiting for a Sky Pillar because Sky Pillar is good in this matchup. I have 2 Sky Pillars in my deck. I'm still waiting to get to them right now. And like Benthelos is actually pinging me down pretty quickly, so I need to worry about that too. This is a situation where like extra skill sets would have been really nice because skill set goes through counter spells. But unfortunately that's not the deck I'm playing, so yeah. And they're swapping out main phase for something. Some number of COAs? Probably. Or Gaunt picking, I mean. Yeah, they get to Gaunt picking away the Golem and hit me for a bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They also get this thing really cheap. I mean, they do need to tap out if they want to swing with it. They're still holding up Ifar's Judgment right now, which is a problem for me because like I need to jam Constance to Ifar's Judgment, even if I do draw extra lands next turn. Okay, well, now there's an extra land, but yeah, it gets judgmented, which I appreciate, but I can't do anything about that. Like I need to just keep jamming cards into their stuff. How many basics do I have left? Just these guys left? Okay, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I just jam Constance and hope for the best. Like this does get around but yeah, they have a Far Judgment, so it doesn't matter. Alright, cool. I think I don't care about keeping Sunsoaker back anymore because I have enough to pay for Omen just from my lands. No, actually, I probably should have kept a card in hand because their Planeswalker can discard me. Seafloor Treasures, okay. I'm just hoping they don't discard me right now because that's my third Grand Consonance, and I have no lines afterwards. Well, they can still play their Planeswalker right now. No, yeah, I just have to dodge the Zalev, or I need to just dodge the Ziv, but they've drawn a bunch of cards, so they probably have it. And yeah, I shouldn't have played out my second Primal Fisher. I shouldn't play out. I shouldn't have played out my Primal Fisher. I should have just kept it in hand for discard fodder to protect Grand Consonance. Well, on the bright side, the deck can at least decks get top decking, so maybe it top decks Consonance randomly, and that saves me or something. You get to Seafloor treasures for a bunch though, or they get to keep Seafloor's treasuring, so it's very likely they find a Planeswalker. Oh, no, they don't. Maybe they're holding another Ifar's Judgment. Oh, so what basics do I have left? Yeah, just these guys. I'll grab this, and I'll jam Constance again, and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Please don't have another counter spell. Like, they already used up a bunch of their Ifar's Judgments. Surely they're out of counter spells by now. Okay, I guess they're digging for counter spells now, using Seafloor's treasures to dig for counter spells. Alright, I just need them to not hit their one of Ifar's Judgment. Come on. Don't hit Ifar's Judgment, please. Alright, cool. It resolves. So yeah, after all this, finally get to resolve Grand Consonance, and I did not get a very good flip. I mean, it's a fine flip, actually. I get back a bunch of Flinching Titans, and get Gone Picking under, like Gone Picking for Gone Picking, which I don't like, because that's just a loaded gun that's waiting to go off once they blow up my Gone Picking, but I think I have to do it anyways. But yeah, like, this certainly is not a very good haul from Grand Consonance. I was hoping for at least hitting I was hoping I would at least hit a Planeswalker or one of the useful lands. But yeah, I mean, that's the problem with Grand Consonance. Sometimes you just don't get the good flips. So yeah, I guess this is about what I can hope for. So yeah, Gone Picking goes there. And then Unflinching Titan. What? Okay, so I put in the Primal Fisher from library. Okay, yeah. So now I need to target these guys at me. So let's see. Do I have anything good here? Archon is not the worst thing in the world, but like, I would prefer something more useful. Yeah, let's just keep digging. Okay, come on. Flip one of the good lands. Oh, cool, nice. So I mean, I could just end up with a Buried Colossus beatdown plan, and then I guess Buried Token goes on here so I can block Benthelos. Yeah, alright. It does mean that I just need to get one Unflinching Titan activation before I can start attacking. The problem right now is that they can just board wipe. Like, they have 4 board wipes in their deck, and this is probably a good spot for them to board wipe. And I've only have 1 Constance left. They can even board wipe and then swing with 100-handed pillars afterwards. Yeah, it seems like they're board wiping, but might as well preserve some life. It is interesting that they didn't animate 100-handed pillars to go with that. Oh, huh. Did they just forget that I had to bury? Well, that's kind of awkward for them. Around Visionary. That's nice. It means I can probably, like, it could flip Sky Pillar, which would be useful for me right now. I have 1 basic left, right? So I should just fetch for it now. Yeah. Get the basic out. They don't have instant speed board wipe, so I can just get a pretty hefty attack in this turn. They do have instant speed removal though, so they could be blowing up Unflinching Titans. But I think the play here is to Armanta Visionary and try to hit Sky Pillar, because that would allow me to activate both golems at once without. Yeah, I'm just going to jam Armanta Visionary first. Let's see if they counter this. They don't. Come on. Oh. Well, I mean, a Planeswalker also works. The problem with Glitch is that it doesn't beat board wipe plus 100-handed pillar swing, but they don't have board wipes in hand right now, it seems like. They do have 100-handed pillars though, and like, they can just keep activating that. And I can't do much about it because my deck doesn't play ways to blow up lands right now. I think I take the Glitch and play it like post board wipe, because right now I'm in a pretty good spot, so I don't need to be worrying about stuff like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, so that's 4 to activate. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can activate this and then activate one of the Unflinching Titans and swing out. They probably have removal for. I don't want this guy to get removed this quickly, right? I should keep this guy back, which means that I am probably activating one of the Titans, so that I can start swinging with them, and then I guess I just do whatever afterwards. Do I care about Sunsoaker? I don't want to swing at Sunsoaker into 100-handed pillars. I think I leave that back, so I just swing with Unflinching Titan this turn, which I guess is fine. Like I don't want to animate berry classes because I want to dodge the removal spell into board wipe. Worst case scenario that this could end up with. Okay, they're going to. I guess they're going to blow this thing up with tiny tracks. All right. In that case, do I? If I do this, I get one, two. If I do this, is this useful? Like, do I want to use this guy? I mean, it makes this guy active next turn, so they're forced to board wipe again. But means I don't have any other plays this turn, right? One, like I can't drop glitch this turn, but like glitch isn't that great right now either because it's bound into 100-handed pillars until I get wiped. Yeah, I think I just keep my guys back. So like I still get an Unflinching Titan swing next turn, and actually I could have like activate Berry Colossus and Swan out. 1, 2, 5, 5 minus. Yeah, and no, I was one off. Okay, well, yeah, sure. I'm not playing this super well because I'm just kind of bad at playing these long games. Yeah, they're going to keep drawing, and eventually they'll find something useful, and I probably will be screwed over by that. But also, like, I have a skill set in my deck somewhere, so eventually I'll draw a skill set, and then that card they definitely struggle with that card, I'm pretty sure. You're going to keep trying with Seafloor Treasures. It might actually mill out before I do, although Alronso Visionary kind of intervention that plan. I think skill set just a bunch of skill sets bringing back, or skill set bringing back a bunch of Flinching Titans might be my win con right now. Or if I can get Sky Pillar out and Sky Pillar my reasonably sized guys, that would also be a win con. At this point, they're out of hard counters, or they're probably out of hard counters. Post board, they get to bring in Divine Mishap, but so like they only get 2 more hard counters. It's not even like they don't have that many hard counters in their deck in general. It's just 6 hard counters, which is actually more than average now I think about it, but like it's enough to play through, or enough to fight through. Also, how come all my good planeswalkers are at the bottom of my deck? Maybe that ends up being good for me because then they could just be holding they could be holding their final fire judgment for something that matters, like my last Shimfa. So I'm hoping I draw Skullset before Shimfa so that you're incentivized to waste their fire judgment on my Shimfa, on my skill set instead of my Shimfa. Because like once I get Shimfa down, stuff becomes a lot harder for them because they're limited to 1 spell a turn, and they only have Time of Tracks as good an answer for. No, they got Ziv as hard removal for Shimfa. 5 mana for something? Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, well they finally board wiped. And if they have a fire judgment afterwards, then that means they answer glitch. Or if they have another bring down the house, they can also answer glitch that way. They're completely tapping out this turn. Oh, well, they're going to nuke Berry Colossus. Okay, sure. Do I? Yeah, I do need to deal with that with Gaunt picking because I don't have random ways to deal 1 damage. And my lands are useless now, so I'll keep them in hand for just in case. So I guess this turn is glitch plus Gaunt picking on the Ziv, and if they blow up my Gaunt picking, they have ways of doing that main board. Just with their own Gaunt pickings. Yeah, I'm just going to jam glitch right now and see how that turns out, I guess. 3, 4, 5. And, like the Scry 3 should help me a bunch, hopefully. But yeah, the problem with glitch is that it doesn't protect itself very well against board wipes. Oh, that's a Shemfat on top. I'm definitely keeping that. I don't think so. This thing is useless, and this thing's useless. But I'm keeping Shemfat on top. And do I have to? Am I forced to Gaunt picking the Ziv just because? Because like that leaves me open to a Gaunt picking blowout, which I don't really like. Or if they have a second Ziv, then that's they probably have a second Ziv actually. They can also integrate from graveyards. Am I worried about that? I have cards I care about in my graveyard, but like they could have second Ziv, and then second Ziv integrates my Gaunt picking, and then the other Ziv comes back and then goes nuts somewhere else. Or like they integrate here, exile that. I guess like I guess it's fine. They can integrate. They can't actually completely integrate me out of the game, so I guess I just pass here. Or actually, I have Shenfa coming up, so like they integrate Gaunt picking, and then I get Shenfa down. Like if they tap out for Ziv, I'm actually kind of happy with that. Yeah, I'll do that then. And if they don't have a second Ziv, then suddenly I'm like not too sad. I mean, they probably have a second Ziv, but I can always hope. So they can do something like a board wipe plus 100-handed pillar swing, and that leaves me with nothing. But I think that requires them to tap out. They could do Ziv, integrate Gaunt picking, but then and then plus and get rid of gone picking from my yard, and then that actually leaves it with nothing, kind of. Actually, no. If they decide to gone picking away my side of the board, I don't have enchantments anymore. If that happens, so I was hoping for a skills like some enchantment white would have been a cool play, but I don't think I can make that play. Yeah, they have a second Ziv, which is about what I expected. Oh, they're huh. I guess they don't care about getting Ziv back. Sure. Let's see what they integrate. And they're thinking, yeah, actually kind of a tough decision for them because my graveyard technically matters. I think they want to get rid of gone pickings, but they also want to get rid of my creatures. Okay, so if they don't get rid of gone picking, then next turn I'm going to Simplify minus to get to gone picking and get rid of Ziv again. I wonder if they have removal for these guys. This has to deal combat damage to player. That's annoying. Can't be player or planeswalker, so I guess I won't draw a card next turn. I'm picking a visionary. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So they are like playing around gone picking reanimation. So what? COA or Tyranny of Tracks would be really bad for me. And Shimfa can't. Ziv can just nuke Shimfa, which is a problem unless I get down low enough where it can't minus for free. Well, I could make it so that if they want to nuke Shimfa, they at least need to sack it. I need to get rid of it. They can also have Ifara Judgment right now. They have enough for Tyranny of Tracks plus Ifara Judgment. I should just play out Shimfa now. Play around that. Or actually, no, Shimfa can get back Snido and then Snido minuses on Ziv. Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable play. So hopefully they don't. Hopefully they don't have. Hopefully they don't have Ifara's Judgment because that would suck for me. Oh, they do. All right. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So now that means that Glitch needs to attack into Ziv. Glitch needs to plus and then attack into Ziv and hope they don't have Tyranny of Tracks, but they probably do. But like I just need to hope they don't have Tyranny of Tracks here and just like full swing it. And Glitch probably dies after that, so I need to like keep one guy back. Do I care about getting one extra damage in? Not really, right? Because like if this gets answered, it takes. I guess it means that minus does. I do this. Okay, they have Tyranny of Tracks or COA or okay, yeah. Well, yeah, that didn't work out. So, I need to hope for good top decks again because that's what the deck. I mean, I can always top deck Consonance. They're completely out of Far's Judgments now, so they can't hard counter anything I do anymore. And I still have more Shimfas and stuff in the back. But they can also start pushing lethal with 100 Tandem Pillars plus Ziv plus, so I need to worry about that. I'm spending a lot of time thinking. Yeah, that makes sense for them to be thinking a bunch right now because this like they're definitely in a winning position, but if they play incorrectly, they could throw away the position. I think they're doing something. They're probably going to do something along the lines of animate Ziv, animate 100 Tandem Pillars, and then swing both at Glitch because that guarantees that Glitch dies, and then that puts me entirely reliant on top decks. Granted, I have some really good top decks, like Consonance would be nice, especially since I know my deck's full of Planeswalkers now, since I didn't draw any of them earlier. And at this point, like, they're of hard counters, so, yeah, they're of hard counters. They can't get back a Fire's Judgment. So, if add mana with not a creature, what does that mean? Well, it has abilities. I forgot this thing has that line of text. So the fact that they didn't well, I mean, the fact that Sunflower got countered instead of getting zipped is good for me because if they managed to ziv Sunflower, that would have been even worse for me. Wait, they totally could have zipped Sunflower, didn't? Yeah, they totally could have. Last turn, I mean, like they knew they had a Fire Judgment in hand, right? So they could have countered the Sunflower. So they didn't need to play around. I guess they were also playing around Skilsa top deck. Yeah, they were probably playing around Skilsa top deck. So they needed to get rid of the God picking from a yard. Okay, and they're casting something now. Oh, okay, they're animating 100. Huh. They're not animating both things. Okay, well, I'm just going to chump here. If they have another removal spell, I guess like this is a way to get Bird out of the way if they have another removal for Glitch. But at least that makes them use the removal on Glitch. Do they? Oh, okay, they're just going to Yukon. Oh boy, yep. Oops. They're going to do the gone picking thing, and that is. I mean, that's always super fun when that happens. Are they getting the other Ziv back? It also gets a bunch of berries into play in case that like it could matter actually. I guess they're thinking about if they want to get rid of glitch or if they just want to get rid of glitch. Sure. All right, good. Top decks. Please top deck Constance. That's not a good top deck. Do I keep this in hand? No point in keeping it in hand. Wait, do they have removal for Ziv? Because like if they don't, then this kills them. Unless they're like happy with this outcome. Okay, apparently apparently they're all right with that outcome. Sure. So I guess the board's balanced again. I should run out Sunsoaker just as a blocker for stuff because 100-handed pillars is looking pretty scary right now. And if they have another way to blow up gone picking, then they get their other Ziv back, and then to deal with that all over again. But yeah, like I have some pretty good top decks. Like I got my fourth Constance there, Skiltha, Shenfa. Still 2 more Archons, which I'm hoping to not draw, but it's not the worst thing if I draw because at least it's a creature. And they don't have they don't have end of turn stuff anymore. If they attack with 100-handed pillars, I'm blocking with Sunsoaker. I need to start preserving my life total. They still have 2 more Zivs in their deck somewhere. That's their 3rd Ziv, and yeah, they get to Ziv my Shenfa, and now that's they got Ziv on my Shenfa. That's really bad for me. They can also Ziv on Flinching Titan and start making dudes. Nope, they're just taking Unflinching Titan, yes. And they're spreading out their integrates for some reason. Sure, I guess. I'm not sure why they did that, but alright, I mean, I'm not complaining. That's redeveloped Cityscape. I'll keep it in hand for discard fodder. Although they're probably just going to plus again, so it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter if I play it or not. 100-handed pillars means that I can't attack into this. I guess I can at least do this. Try to prevent it from getting too nuts. Well, the thing is, so yeah, it's not looking good for me, but I can still catch up if I top deck Consonance. I'm in a situation, like I have enough mana where they can't counter Consonance anymore. Unless they have a bunch of, okay, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I can pay for 2 cost counter spells. So they probably can't counter Consonance unless they dump their entire suite of squenches on me. Okay, they're attacking now, and yeah, I need to start chump blocking. 100-handed pillars too. They get to attach some berries, and then makes things really awkward for me. Or they could just board wipe, right? Nope, they're just going on the offense with their guys. So yeah, Constance top deck is still live right now. I'm hoping it happens, but like, it probably won't happen. Come on. Darn. I need to leave everything back to not die. But again, I can still top deck Consonance next turn. Unless they flash in something and I die to that. Or they end of turn... This end of turn Bethel's... Yep. Oh, end of turn Bethel's gone. Okay, I'm dead now. Cool. Yeah, I'll blame that loss on the bad Constance flip that turn. Anyways, post board they get to bring in 2 more hard counters, and I think that's really the only thing I care most about. They also bring in more ways of destroying enchantments. They get to bring in follow tracks. Alright, so what do I want here? Do I care about graveyard stuff? Not enough for me to bring in Sensor Tablet. Okay, so enchantment wise, what do they have? Enough for me to bring in these guys. I guess I'll like do this. I don't want Archon because that card's not useful. This matchup. Glitch is kind of bad. I want follow tracks. I have more cards I want to bring in than I want to take out, which is a problem. Oh, to remake the game. Sure. Okay, so what was I on again? Yeah, I want Cyhawks because that counters Benthelos. Although I'm not sure if I can ever... I mean, it's also a flash threat, which is good against counterspell decks, traditionally, so I guess I bring that in. I want Titans because they're good in control. Or they're good against control because control stuff. Do I want Hungry Blobs over... Yeah, I think I want Hungry Blobs over Club Promoter because it also randomly sweeps up a bunch of berries, and I don't think I can ever get too extra value off these guys, but it also makes the timing easier because Club Promoter timing is also kind of hard to play with. I think I bring in both anyways. Problem is, if I bring in a bunch of stuff, I need to take out stuff, and I don't know what to take out. I think Vasila is good, but like Vasila is good, but it doesn't. It's good. Whatever. I keep it in. All tracks comes in because that like exiles Ziv, and that's really it actually, right? I don't think it's worth it, even though it probably is pretty good. I mean, without all tracks, my only Ziv answers are gone picking or swinging really hard with one of my guys. I guess that's an alright answer. Do I need this many enchantment removers though? Probably not. So Niall doesn't turn off killer, right? Doesn't turn off lands, so it's technically a zip answer. Doesn't do much other than that, right? I mean, it can -1 to pressure my opponent's hand, but it's not that great. I should like I want to trim 3 drops at this point. Flinching Titan is what I trim. Maybe I don't need this many Looming Cyhawks. Maybe I do because it gives me better Constance ratios. And I like trim a Snido still. Doesn't that make my Constance ratios worse? So like it defeats the point. But, like I trim a Elrond Visionary. I guess I trim one of these guys. I don't need this much enchantment removal. This feels incorrect, but maybe it's actually correct. I mean, I guess I'm willing to run it. Let's try. Actually, I feel like doing splits is kind of, it's probably not what I should be doing. I should just keep trying to figure out what cards aren't good and cutting that instead of doing splits. Right, so I should try to get Looming Cyhawk up to, how good is it anyways? It just counters Benthelos, but like countering Benthelos is pretty useful. But I usually won't have enough mana to like surprise them with Looming Cyhawk. But as long as it's on the board, Benthelos is useless, so maybe that's good. Yeah, I guess I'll go with 2 copies. Yeah, sure. All right, time for game 2 of. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. I keep this. I pitch the swamp to get perfect mana, and then we'll go from there. Flinchy Titan brings it back. Cityscape, Forest, plays the hand. Snido. Okay, that's a good thing to drop. On curve, or I mean off curve, however you describe it. If I draw a land next turn, then I'll drop Snido, because then that means that if Snido gets countered, then at least I get to Unflinching Titan through a possible Omen of Deception or whatever. And they're definitely holding an Omen of Deception right now. Huh. Oh, I didn't get the land I wanted, which is annoying. But jam Snido anyways. I mean, yeah, jamming Snido gets counterspell out of their hand, and I'd rather resolve Unflinching Titan, so gets countered. Yep. They could probably Omen the. Yeah, they probably will just Ifar Judgment the Unflinching Titan though, which is not great for me. And this is this is not a tap land. I really need Unflinching Titan in play, but I can't do that because they have a handful of hard counters. Even soft counters doesn't do help me here because I'm probably pitching Hungry Blob then, because Club Promoter might be useful. I'm not going to start dropping their actually useful stuff until later on, so I could just wait, but then that's also bad. I got 5 mana. I got 5 mana in lands next turn. What can I do with that knowledge? I could just hold back from Unflinching Titan. Feels bad though. Like I'm definitely pitching one of these guys for Cityscape, which I'm not super happy about, but like that's something I have to do anyways. You know what? I'll swing here and then see if they do anything funny. Okay, they don't, and I guess I pass. I don't want to give them free of Power Judgments, and they pass too. So my match wastes 3 of their mana by wasting 3 of my mana. So probably not a good exchange, but whatever. Okay, so pitching Hungry Blob. Yeah, Hungry Blob probably. That gets Forest, grab Plains, or do I need to grab Plains or do I need to grab Swamp? Probably doesn't matter. I'll grab Plains because it's more likely for me to draw extra Shrimpas than extra, that's in the redeveloped Cityscape. I might need to use it to pitch Plains again. I don't really like, but it's fine, I guess. So Unflinching Titan is most likely going to get hard countered. Unfortunately, I do not have follow-up, so that's a problem. I don't have follow-up. I need them to tap out for something, but they're not going to tap out for anything when they can just hold back and wait, right? In that case, I should just play out redeveloped, I guess. This is where I really wish I had Skulsa, because Skulsa would have been good into counter spells. Or I had Looming Cyhawk, because then I can actually hold up cards and be happy about that. Oh, I guess I'll just jam Unflinching Titan now, when I don't need to worry about Ifar Judgment drawing them cards. They let it happen. Interesting. Okay, that's good for me. Because that means that, do I want to attack with Sunsoaker then? Because that could mean Benthelos coming down. Well, if it's Benthelos and don't copy anything, that's good. Possible seal way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't really matter. Like, they probably don't. If they seal this, I'm still happy because 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to swing Sunsoaker. If they like Benthelos for 0 value, that's good for me. Okay, well. Or if they seal away for 0 value, they're going to scry with Omen of Deception. Okay, sure. So they're probably just holding their counterspell for Grand Constance, because that's really the only thing that matters in this matchup. I mean, that's really the only thing that they need to count. They have to counter Dormant Monstrosity. Oh dear. Yeah, they can just sit back and draw cards with this. I can't really do much about it because that's another Unflinching Titan. Oh, do I just jam the second Titan? Probably. So let's see. What do I have for basics? I probably want to get Swamp down. I want to get my second Forest. I only have 2 more basics left in my deck, which means that Unflinching Titan isn't going to be useful very soon. Did I forget to? I forgot to scry off Unflinching Titan again, didn't I? I need to stop doing that. So I can attack here and do stuff. Like they don't have Double Omen is not a thing right now. Yeah, I should just attack with Sunsulker. And let's see if this resolves. If they have a board wipe, then they probably don't care. Anyways, I'm actually going to remember to scry off this time. Arata Visionary is it a good draw? Is it a fine draw? I mean, I could look for better stuff, but I think Arata probably finds me into better stuff. And might flip Skultha. Yeah, I'll keep it on top. So they kind of need to board wipe next turn to prevent Unflinching Titans from going nuts, or they just hard remove something. Yes, or they're drawing cards off Dormant Monstrosity. I mean, that also works. So if they do, if anything happens, I'm going to activate Golem. It actually doesn't matter if anything happens. I'm always still going to be end of turn activating Unflinching Titan. Which activates all these guys and then get to start attacking with these guys. Okay, they're going to suspend bringing down the house, which is fine because I get at least 1 hit in with these guys before they untap with it. They also don't have Ifar's Judgment up. They might have Divine Mishap though, so that's something I have to worry about. Do I care about? No, I don't want to track it now because I know what I'm drawing, and it's something that I don't mind drawing right now. Do I want to crack V-Developed right now? Do I want to play around bringing down the house? Like, am I fine just waiting on around to? Okay, around the Visionary might flip some useful land. I should just play that first. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could also try to jam Consonance right now into possible Divine Mishap. If Consonance flips a creature, then I'm pretty happy. Or if it flips a Planeswalker, I'm pretty happy. If it flips Skillset, I'm happy. I think I should still wait though. Like this could flip me into Shimpa, which is castable after I pitch Club Promoter. Or well, I mean, yeah, ask and you shall receive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I jam Shimpa right? They're definitely presenting Divine Mishap, but I think I'm fine jamming Shimpa into it because then that means that next turn they try to next turn I get to jam Constance. Yeah, I guess I'll go with that logic. Oh wait, do I have another planes left? I do. Okay. Oh, that's good. At least. So yeah, pitch Club Promoter. Doing sort by name probably. Yeah. Oh, what's my basics? Well, that's all my basics. My basics are gone from my deck now. Did I play a land this turn? I haven't, right? Yeah. So my land played for a turn. Okay, so I need to do this like this. This also gets me a bunch of surveils towards a better draw next turn. Oh, so Grand Constance. Do I want to draw that next turn? Actually, yeah, sure, why not? Okay, fine. I guess I missed my trigger. So I have to do a judge call again. All right, yep, judge call resolved. So shuffled and so let's see. I was thinking about jamming Shunfa, but the problem here is that they could have an Omen of Deception, and I really don't want Omen of Deception to be live right now. I mean, it kind of suggests that they're holding Divine Mishap, but the problem is that I don't know what they're holding. Like, if they have Divine Mishap, then jamming Shunfa would be good here. If we're holding Omen of Deception, then jamming Shunfa is really bad. And like they know about this though, so like they didn't even activate Dormant Monstrosity. The thing is, if I have jam here, then they're going to activate Dormant Monstrosity, and it's going to be harder for me in the future. I think I do jam here and hope for the best. Please don't be Omen. Oh god. Well, yeah, that happens. Oof. So the good news is that hopefully they don't have. No, they definitely have Divine Mishap now. I can still top deck skills. Oh, they're tapping out. Wait, they're yeah, that's a problem. Oof. I should not have jammed skills. I should not have jammed M5 there. If I wandered around the Visionary, I would be in a much better position because and now they even get to integrate Shunfa, so now I'm dealing with Shunfa. Yeah, I think I lose this. Unless I top that Constance this turn again. Which I could have actually topped that Consonance if I didn't miss my trigger. So that's extra bad for me. Because a missed trigger directly led to me losing the game here. But I can still still 3 Constances left in deck. I could still flip one. I could also top deck There's like no other good top decks, right? Skultha doesn't do it because Ziv just nukes Skultha. I should have actually thought about Ziv before going down to one card in hand, because that's something Ziv can do. That's like something I need to worry about. Naito and Arata Visionary. Okay, sure. They're not taking Shenfa for some reason. Guess they're worried about my Shenfa top decks. Anyways, Constant top deck, please. Darn. No point in keeping cards in hand because they're just going to get zipped anyways. This is naming black. Yeah, that did not go well for me. I mean, there was an argument for just trying to jam Shenpa there, right? Because if they had Divine Mishap instead of no, even if they had Divine Mishap, then and then they slam Ziv afterwards, it would still have been bad for me. So yeah, I don't think there was. So I probably should have just wandered around the Visionary because that would have been the correct choice in most situations. And if that happened, like they wiped the board, but they're still forced to play defensive. And maybe they didn't even have Divine Mishap / Ifara's Judgment. Maybe they just had the Omen of Deception. In which case, like yeah, that was a game losing play. Well, no point in not jamming it. Star said we'll have to start blocking next turn. That's annoying. Okay, come on. Club Promoter is not useful. Get back. Redevelop Cityscape. Well, Star said it needs to like chump one turn, and then Unflinching Titan can start chumping. Unless they blow up Unflinching Titan, which I think they are going to do right now. Okay, they're going to scry with Omen Deception. So at this point, Constance top deck doesn't do it because they're definitely holding a hard counter. And they're blowing up Unflinching Titan, right? Yep. Alright. I think I do need to start chumping because 10 life is about where I need to start worrying about this thing. Or they're just going to remove this. Okay, cool. On. Oh, hey, that's not. It chumps, I guess. Yeah, sure, it chumps. They could just hard counter this actually, so like it doesn't actually matter. Alright, cool. Yeah, so that was my Rev World run. That last game was really bad for me from my side. And that also ends my Rev run in general because Constance is rotating out next month, and I'm not playing, or I'm only playing Rev for Constance. So yeah. If I was to build this deck again, I would probably run more Skeltas and less glitches because glitch is actually kind of bad. Looming Cyhawks did nothing that game because probably honestly probably shouldn't have brought in Looming Cyhawk. I don't think it's that good this matchup. The Flash Thread. Anyways, so like game replays. So did they have God damn it, they didn't have hard counter up that turn. I should have. Wait, no, they had. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Basically, the correct play there was to wander around to Visionary. So what if I wander around to Visionary, I flip like a land or something. Next turn they board wipe, and then like next turn they board wipe, and then they can't jam Ziv Repla Sparked. So then they just pass the turn holding up these guys. Then I tried to jam Shenfa. Assuming I didn't miss my Titan triggers, I would have 2 Constances in hand right now. Then I jam a Shenfa. It gets countered. Oh no, I jammed Constance instead, right? They know about Shenfa. Maybe I jammed that first because I want to clear the way for Constance. Yeah, so I jammed Shenfa. It gets countered by Ifara's Judgment. And afterwards, I guess they're like, eventually they'll have to play Ziv. Can they play Ziv? No, they still can't play Ziv and hold up counters at this point. So then I would, like, they jam Ziv, they plus me, I discard one of the constances, and then I resolve the other constants, and then I see what Constance board does. Or hopefully Constance gets me some good flips, and then I take over the game from there. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Actually, no, the judge call didn't actually tilt me because I was still going to jam, like I was thinking of jamming Shenfa right there. And that would have screwed me even if the judge call went in my favor. No, I knew that Constance was on top, so I could have actually so then this turn, like then Ziv discards my only constants and then top deck the other constants. Get Constance flip. Yeah, okay. Judge call or mistrigger led me to losing the game in both decisions, but I could have played this part better. Or after the mistrigger happened, I could have wandered around the Visionary, and that would worked out better for me. But yeah, so Rev was fun, but I don't really feel like playing anything other than Constance. So yeah, see you guys.